etymology of a question. The etymology of a question. Because really, there's two things going on with this word question. If we were to break this down to a very simple form, and thank you to everybody who's coming on, we appreciate you. If we're going to talk about the etymology of a question, it's very simple. There's two things going on. You have a T-I-O-N at the end of this word, right? T-I-O-N or I-O-N in this case, but T-I-O-N is always going to mean that you're dealing with a noun, a person, a place, or a thing. So when we have a question, we now have to look at the first part of the word. What is the first part of the word question? The first part of the word question is the word quest. So every question is a quest to become a person, a quest to get to a place, a quest to do something. That's what every question is. Once again, we're talking about today the etymology of a question. A question is what? A question is a quest, right? To get to to become a person, or becoming the person you're going to become, however you want to look at that, is a quest to get to a place. It is a quest to do something. So when you have questions, or when you've had a life that might even be questionable, if you had experiences that you question, or you're getting these things, may I invite you to start to believe. This is not going to be a long word at all today. It's going to be short, but it's going to be for you. When you're dealing with a question, I need you to recognize that you're dealing with something that's going to cause you to go on a quest. You must ask yourself, is this journey you're on, is this quest relative to you, the person you're becoming, the place you're going to, or the thing you're going through? Don't be upset that you're on the quest. Figure out, how does it work for you as a person, what place that you're in now, or what place you're heading to, and what things you're going to be doing. If you can think of it like that, these questions are actually not something that you want answered in the sense that, hey, answer it so that I won't worry about it. It will never come up again. If you start to do this correctly, what will happen is this quest becomes something that you are enamored with because it's shaping you as a person. Don't be upset that there's nothing in your wallet right now. See, if the question is, why is there nothing in my wallet? What you must recognize is there's a quest. A quest means that there's travel. A quest means that there is movement. A quest means that you're going to go through something that's going to cause you to never be the same again. Don't be upset that you're on a quest. That's what a question is. A question is what? The T-I-O-N makes it a person, place, or thing. The quest means what? You are on a quest. You are on a journey. You are on a mission. Right? And by the way, if the quest is given to you, then it's given to you for a purpose, for a reason. Correct? Come on, somebody. If a quest is given to you, then it's given to you for a reason. You're not just on a quest, but you're on a quest because it's been given to you. So your question, when you're looking for the answer to your question, the answer is going to come through the quest. Matter of fact, when you pray about it to see where you are on this journey and the place that you are, the things you're doing, the person you're becoming, that's called a request. Right? Hallelujah, right? That's called a request. That's called a request. If I'm on a quest and I have a question, I'm trying to figure out the person, place, or thing that I am in this journey right now, then I make a request. Right? We would call that even a petition. What is a petition? A petition is a request or a demand made upon a government based off of your constitutional rights. So when you have a question, don't look for the answer to come without a quest. The answer is the result of the quest. Whenever you have a question, you must start looking at it from the position of, where am I in the quest? What is the point that I'm using? It's interesting when we play video games, or when we play RPG games, or when we play or when we watch movies about quests, we recognize that there's supposed to be certain things that are supposed to take place. There's supposed to be challenges on the quest. There's supposed to be rules and regulations on the quest. There's supposed to be a mindset about a quest. If you play Dungeons and Dragons, right? D&D, for the D&D gamers that used to do that, whether it used to be D&D strategy games or D&D just speaking through it, rolling the dice, whatever, or if you got the RPG stuff from there, or if now you play stuff like, some of y'all play God of War, things like that. I need you to recognize that you're on a quest. And by the end of the quest, what do you want? You want an answer. But you don't want somebody to give you the answer. Matter of fact, if you watch a movie and somebody tells you the answer, they tell you the end of the movie, right? Or they tell you certain things. Maybe you don't even care if you know the end of the movie. Maybe you know what the end is, but you don't want them to give you too many answers before the end of the movie. Why? Because it ruins the quest. Part of going to watch the movie, part of going through the quest is to be able to is to go through the quest, is to become a person, a place of things, see things develop. If Yahweh had told you back when you didn't even care about him, or back when you were first getting into this, that you would go through the experiences you've gone through now in the name of Yahshua, would you have ever even wanted to go through the quest? The answers that you sought, they came through the quest. The answers that you've received and therefore received, they come through the quest. They come through requests. They come to you having to get on your knees. They come to you having to be sick. They come to you having to be healed. They come to you to feeling like you're a part of yourself. They come to you feeling like you're whole. They come to you feeling like you're lonely. They come to you now feeling like you're not alone. You're not all in one. They come to you not even knowing the name of the Most High. Now it's come to you knowing that He is Yahweh. It's come to your children acting wrong. Now it's come to your children acting righteous. If you want an answer, then you got to have a question. But if you have a question, you must have a quest. Don't give up because the quest is hard. That's what happens in quests. Sometimes quests are hard. And when I say this is going to be a short message, I don't have but so many minutes left. So hear what I'm saying, catch what I'm saying, listen to the recording, go back and watch it, whatever the case might be. For every question, there's a quest. And on your quest, you may have to make some requests. And if you don't go through the quest correctly and you don't get the answer, guess what? The Most High will say, I request that you go through it again. I'm going to re-question. I'm going to give you the same question. Some of you are going through the same thing over and over and over again because you didn't get it right on the first quest. So now there's a request. It's a re-question. It's over and over again now until you get this right. This one thing that keeps popping up in your life, right? It popped up when you were single. It popped up when you were married. It popped up when you were divorced. It popped up when you were dating. It popped up when you were a child. It popped up when you were in your job. It popped up when you had no job. It popped up when you were in your nice house. It popped up when you had no property. It popped up when you were on the street. It's a request. There's a request in your life. You're not getting this answer because you haven't gone through the quest. I didn't say you never partook in the quest. You haven't gone through the quest. The suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed. The glory which shall be revealed is the answer. The suffering of this present time is the quest, but it's not worthy to be compared. And you keep giving up before you get to the end of the quest where the answer is there. Why? Because you keep thinking to yourself, well, I'm not going to go ahead and go through this. It's too tough. I don't like it when this happens. I don't like it when people talk like this. I don't like that I have to sacrifice. I don't like it when I have to become a living sacrifice. I don't like that I have to be obedient because obedience is better than sacrifice. I don't like it that, hey, this is the way I always was. I was always the man. I was always the person everybody wanted. I was always the person that made the money. I was always the person that did. I was always the person everybody listened to. Now you got to humble yourself and it don't feel great. But see, every question requires a quest. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to allow you to get through with no problem. Right? If you want to get stronger, right, and you want to start doing push-ups, guess what? It's going to hurt at first. The person who made push-ups, or well, whoever, we said made push-ups, sit-ups, whatever. They created those things to cause resistance. The strength comes through resistance. Your quest requires that you endure while simultaneously resisting. Resistance, to go back to what you come out of, is difficult. It seems like it's cognitive dissonance. So wait a minute, I'm supposed to sacrifice and resist? How does that work? Yeah, resist the temptation to not sacrifice. Be obedient. Every question starts off with a quest. And every question must become a person, must become a place, or must become a thing. Did you ever think about the fact that you as a person, since question is a noun, did you ever think about the fact that you must become the answer to your question? Hallelujah. Oh, praise God, somebody. Did you ever think about that? It's a person, a place, or thing. You must become the answer to your question. Yahweh will give the answer, but he's going to put it inside you. You are the person. He's going to give the answer, but he's going to put it in the place that you reside in. That's a noun. He's going to give you the answer, but he's going to put it inside of something. That's a noun. Now, what happens when he puts it in a person, puts you in the right place, and then gives you the right things? That's why you work out your own salvation. He doesn't have to work it out for you. He said, I made you as a person. I placed you in the right position, and I'm going to give you some things that will allow you to become the answer to the question. You ask me the question, I'll send you on the quest. And I created you. You are the answer, but you don't know who you are yet. So when you go through this quest and you learn who you are, you'll realize that what I had put in you was the answer the whole time. See, this isn't the word that everybody showed up for today, but those that came on here today, those that came and got this podcast, those that are going to listen to this later on, this is a word that you need. You have to go to through the quest to become the answer that you sought. Because watch this, when you become the answer that you sought, when Yahweh sends you on the quest, now your children look at you and you become the answer to their quest, to their question. Why do you act the way that you act, positive or negative? Because you saw the quest of your parents. Or you didn't see your parents go on a quest. So now you need to go on a quest, son, but my father wasn't in my life. You need to go on a quest, daughter, but my mother wasn't in my life. You need to go on a quest, daughter, but my father wasn't in my life. You need to go on a quest, son, but my mother hasn't been here. No problem. I got a quest for you, and I'll give you direction, and I'll give you the things that make you whole, and I'll give you provision, and I've already created you. And I've created your environment. I created you, the person. I created the place. I created the thing. I just need you to go on the quest. Ask me the question and be ready for the quest. And if you get it wrong, ask me again, request. Ask me again, and I'll send you on a similar path. That's the question. You will become the answer to your question, because when he created you, he had already created the answer. He created the answer before you asked the question. Oh my greatness. That's a word. Somebody go get that. That's going to mess with your mind for a minute. But if you can have confidence in yourself like that, he created the answer before you asked the question. You were the answer, but you've been asking. All you're asking is, how do I get to me? He said, I already took care of that when I made you, and I made your situation. And I told the devil, see, Job, you were the answer. There was no quest. Watch this. The only reason there's a quest is because you're the answer. Job, you were the answer. The devil is up here thinking he's going to destroy everything, walking to and fro, seeking whom he may devour like the roaring lion that he is. Job, you were the answer. I was the one who submitted your name down to say that you should be attacked because you were the answer. I wouldn't have submitted your name to be under attack if I didn't think you were the answer to the question. The only reason, Job, you had to go on the quest was because that you were the answer the whole time. I created you to be the answer. I didn't create you to be the question. Why are you living questionably? Why do people question your motives? Why do people question your walk? Why do people question your ways? Because you're the answer. Woo, come on, somebody, right? They wouldn't question you the way they questioned you if you weren't the answer. Why you always think that you know everything? Because you're the answer. Study to show yourself approved and bring it before Elohim, that you will be a workman that needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. They're supposed to question you. Why? Because you're the answer. Problem is you haven't studied yourself and you haven't gone on the quest. So when they question you, since you haven't gone on your own quest yet to find out who you are, you have no answer. That's why you get frustrated. The Bible says that you should have an answer to support that which you believe, that which you have a hope in. Sometimes your answer needs to be your life. Why do you keep doing this? Just keep watching my life manifest. Why you decide to stay faithful to that person? Just keep watching my life manifest. Why you just keep watching my stuff manifest? Why you take your child, why your child not in school? Watch my child be just as intelligent and smart. Matter of fact, even more so, because he's gonna get more information about himself than he would ever get from some school. See, let your light so shine before men. Let that life be an answer. They're supposed to question. That's one of the worst things about motivational speakers out here, if I be honest with you. They always try to tell you how to make sure that you shut down the question. When you get a question, realize that's a quest. If somebody questions it, see where you are in the quest and see if what you're doing is making sense on the quest, because every quest has an answer. Every quest has an ending, or an end in when we say end, towards an end. It has an end in mind. Anybody who starts a quest, this is what Yehoshua said, right? Any man who begins to build a tower, right? And he didn't make sure that he had what was necessary to build it, it's okay if they make fun of you. That's what Yehoshua said. I'm going to bring it down to our language, what we say today. If you start a journey, but you didn't make sure that you were prepared for it, then if people make fun of you, you got to eat that. But if we know what we're supposed to be doing and we know what it takes to go on the quest, then when people question you, all you should do is just look at where you are, and you should be able to tell them an answer. Yeah, this is where I am right now, because 20 years down the road, people look at you crazy. 20 years down the road, yeah, that's vision. I'm building an empire. Empires don't happen overnight. Building an empire, so what you're not even going to be able to see. So you're talking about by the time you're 90 and you're not even going to be able to run and walk and do all that. No. See, you talk about 90 years old. I'm talking about 17 generations from now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about the quest. So when somebody questions you, you have an answer. I'm not doing this only because you're going to be able to see me on video or whatever. Somebody's going to write down exploits of great things that I've done and blah, blah. That might happen, sure. But if my children's children, all the way down the road, if they don't have to deal with any of the stuff I had to deal with, and they're able to be separate from a system, and they're able to make sure they take care of their children, that's the quest. That's the answer. So when somebody asks you, why are you going through? When somebody questions you, when you begin to question yourself, question your own motives, come back to the quest. Where am I on the quest? And am I on this quest because I know the answer? Am I on this quest because I know what I have in me? Come on, somebody. Are you on this quest because you know what's in you? When you know what's in you, can't nobody question. Somebody can question, but it don't mean nothing to you. When you know who you are, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. When you know who you are, you see what I'm saying? I'm not worried about your questions. Not saying to anybody, I don't even know people asking questions. Forgive me. I'm not talking to you all in the comment section. But when you know what you are the answer. Somebody say, well, I don't believe you. What source? Give me a source that I think is relevant. I don't care if the source is relevant to you. I'm the source because the source is in me. I learned of the Most High. He's the source of all. And he says he lives in me. So when I'm talking to you, I'm not speaking using my words. I'm speaking using the law of the universe. I'm the answer. Become a jelly out. Become the historian of your people. Become a library. So when you lose your life, people will mourn you like they mourn the Alexandrian library going down, or what we know as the Alexandrian library. Right? Remember, the word question, T-I-O-N, makes it a noun, a person, place, or thing. The beginning of the word is a quest. Right? The quest is the person. You are on a quest to become a person. The quest to be a person in certain places, and on a quest to do certain things that nobody's ever seen. And if the Most High has already given you the vision, then basically he's already set you on a journey to find out that what he put in you is the answer. He's already put in you what is the answer, right? He's already put in you what is the answer. If you're hungry for the answer, I would dare say, start taking time out to look within you. Ask the question, be ready for the quest. Ask the question saying, yeah, I know that you've already put the answer in me. So my question is not, I need you to go ahead and answer everything for me. My question is, what is the quest that I need to go in, the places I need to go in, the things that I need to be in or even do, so that now I can become the answer that people are looking for all over the world. I thank you for being on today, Yasta. Like I said, today's a short word. We look forward to talking to you guys in Florida at 11, those in the Northeast 12:30, those in the DMV in Pennsylvania at 2. Those of you that are in DC, we look forward to seeing you guys at 4. Those of you who've seen the shout out and everything we've been talking about for a while, we'll just go ahead and say the names since it's on there, Sister Kimberly and her family. If you'd like to be able to donate to them, to the stuff that we've been showing and stuff like that going on, what they've been asking for help for, you can feel free to do that. We'll be trying to promote that and promote help for them for the next couple of weeks. So take your time with helping that family. You don't have to jump right in, or even if you want to contact them directly, you can literally contact them directly by looking at the stuff we've been putting up at the end of our shout outs. If you haven't seen those and you want more information, just reach out to us. We thank you guys. We appreciate you. We hope to meet up with you guys. We're in the DMV at 4 p.m. Eastern, North Point State Park. Remember, it's going to be about $5 or so, unless you're a veteran, it'll be about $5 or so for you to be able to come in, just for one family or everybody that's in your vehicle. One vehicle costs $5 for parking. Other than that, everything else will be safe. Please bring your own stuff. We'll probably bring some water for everybody. But outside of that, we won't have too much for you guys today. So if you need to eat beforehand, feel free to do that today. But we'll probably try to make sure that we do another meetup sometime soon before we go ahead and start doing a little bit of traveling, to other places on the East Coast before we start making our way to towards the West, towards the center of the country, and at some point, possibly all the way over to the West Coast again. So we thank you. We honor you. We appreciate you. We look forward to talking to you soon. Remember, we talked about today the etymology of a question. Don't be afraid to be the answer to that question. We appreciate you. Y'all take care. Check out my wife, the Honorable Maya, on TikTok, YouTube, website, and Pinterest at Bloom and Flourish. Not A&D, the letter N, Bloom and Flourish. She's a healer, herbalist, chemist, and biologist by degree. And we're thankful for everything that she's doing in the diaspora. We look forward to being in front of you guys again soon. And y'all take care. I believe it's Minister Tamara will be up next Saturday, I believe. And we thank you, everybody, for being on again. I'll check you guys out tomorrow. And next Saturday, brothers, don't forget, we're going to have our men's meeting back in the book of Jasher. And this Monday, if you haven't gotten a form to fill out, if you're interested in taking some of the classes, we'll have our next set of classes, or SOC University, or our next semester starts April 10th, which is this Monday coming up. So we thank you guys again. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much. As always, it's been Pastor Kofi, Pastor Servant of Christ, where we're always changing lives one mind at a time by being a voice of the voiceless and speaking the unspoken. Until I have the great privilege, opportunity, and responsibility of being in front of you all again, please remember, as always, just love, that you are loved, you are necessary, you are majestic, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and you, which is all of us working together, will be the reason why people who are in the system no longer have to be of it. Shabbat Shalom, family. Peace.